Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick demonstration on how to solder some bullet connectors with limited amount of specialized tools. So, number one tool is my third hand. My third hand, I don't have one, so I'm using a pair of pliers with an elastic band on it. So this guy is going to be my third hand, so he's going to help me hold the bullet connectors in place. Also, I'm using a ceramic plate. I mean, just a ceramic tiles, just so I don't burn my desk. And solder and a soldering iron. Very important to have a big tip on it because we're gonna need a lot of heat. All right, so let's jump right in. So first, you want to tin the wires a little bit more. So you just wet your iron a bit, and then tin the wire, even though it's already tinned. Place the bullet connector on the wire. You see there's a little bit of weeble wobble there. You could add a little bit of weight on the wire just so it pushes down. Preferably not something that rolls around. Let's use a screwdriver. Perfect. Okay, so the screwdriver is holding the wire down. Alright, so what you want to do is take your fat tip soldering iron, put a little bit of solder on it, and just hold it there for a few seconds, just so it heats everything up. Once you get everything nice and hot, then you go ahead and push on more solder. And you have to wait until you see the solder actually flow from the wire to the connector. Then you let it go. Let that cool down for a bit. Blow on it, and then you have a very nice connection. Same thing for the next one. Let's put this guy straight because we could make it nice. Alright, so now I'm going to be tinning the wire at the same time as I'm tinning the wire. Now I moved my iron a bit so I'm touching the connector. Now I'm heating up the connector, and now I'm inserting the solder. So now I'm seeing it flow a little bit more, and now I'm completely covered. I'll let it go. Oh, see, so now I went too fast. I took it off. My solder was still very hot, and I just flowed. What do you do that time if you want to restart your connection? Well, I mean, put it back. Do the same process. Heat everything up again, and watch it flow. See, now it instantly flowed. All right, next.
Yeah, Harry will buy the bearing. Not a problem. We just need to make sure he buys the one with the RF.
All right, last one. Clean your tip.
RF, which is rubber seal. We just need to make sure that he's getting that one.
Everything's moving.
You don't want the other one.
Said limited tools.
We still have we just buy four cases for that.
Yes. Yep, that's correct. So for 500 skateboards, we need 2,000 bearings.
Wait till it cools down, and there you go. Now you saw everything. Those are pretty solders. Where's the camera? See that? You can clean it up with a little bit of alcohol. Make sure to get rid of all the flux. But that's a pretty connection. Let's put some shrink. Just wait for this to cool off a bit, or else my shrink is just gonna shrink right over it because it's still very hot. All right, let's get some shrink now. I don't have the right correct size shrinks actually. This is 6mm shrink, and this connector is about 6mm also. So I have to do some fancy banging on it to get it on. So I'll do that. This is a little trick I have for tight connections like that. Okay, which one's cold? Okay, this one's nice and cold. All right, so what I use is, sorry, I just stretch out the shrink a bit. Make sure so it slides on a little bit more easier. So I'll just insert it on. See that it's really tight. Okay, now I actually use alcohol as a lubrication. Now the alcohol is just gonna evaporate, and I just use any whatever object to tap it on. There you go. Look at that. Huh? Alright. You know what? I'll just shrink it right now. You could just use a lighter. I have a nice heat gun, so I'll use it. Now, the alcohol, don't forget, is just going to evaporate. So I'm not worried about that. And this is 99.9% isopropyl, so I'm not worried about anything. Which one is it? Here we go. It's this guy right here. 99.9%. It's the good stuff. Alright. See that? That's nice and clean. Alright. Thanks, guys.